Sixth game of the season for Steindl coming in from that injury. Same with Will Magnay. Well done by Sunday Detch to win the ball back for the 36ers. And Sotto helps himself to his first bucket. He gets to his spot. It's a bit long. Here's White looking to be aggressive. Oh, Sotto just swats that away on the young fella. Out of there.
Kai just coming right over to protect McCarron. This is beautiful play, and then runs the floor. Really good defender as well. Able to push him off the spot and deny catches.
Sotto from behind. Another Jackjumpers. Soto's shown he's got some range from out here.
Ooh. That's pretty. Smiling about it.
Goes straight back to Sotto. He's got Doyle. He's got that little right-hand hook going.
Good
That's
take.
too easy.
Good take, big fella.
They go to Sotto again. This time.
Great pass.
Shows the all-round game to Detch. Yes, Monday night basketball coming to you from the Adelaide Entertainment Centre tonight as round 11 of the Hungry Jacks NBL competition continues in what is going to be a huge matchup between the Adelaide 36ers and the Tassie Jackjumpers. Both teams we know sitting in a bit of a logjam through that middle part of the table. And with a tough stretch of games to come over the Christmas period, it makes tonight's game even more important. There's
the two guys in this starting lineup, headed by Mitch McCarron, who's a guy that's going to get everybody involved, and then Kai Sotto playing into that starting role. Hope to see a big game from him tonight.
And the champion starting lineup for the Jackjumpers, they are flipping it up a little. As Case mentioned, Clint Steindl, the veteran, comes in. Maybe a little extra length to go with Antonius Cleveland. Will Magnay getting better every single game.
Well, let's get this one underway. 7th v 5th on the ladder. Both got a tough stretch of games, as we said. Started on Saturday night for these two teams. Tassie got 6 games in 16 days. This is the second. Adelaide with 5 in 15 days. Kai Sotto wins the tip. Keeps you spotting the starting lineup. Daniel Johnson is back in the unit tonight. He'll come off the bench after passing a fitness test. Interestingly, missed the previous game with gastro, that he's all clear to play tonight.
I wonder, what do you reckon a fitness test for gastro entails exactly?
Not sure where they go with that one, but he'll play some minutes off the bench. Here's Franks with a step back straight up. A bit long on that one. And Magnay takes the board, who looks like he's building some confidence. Will Magnay, 6th game back now.
He is moving better, feeling better, getting a little bit of touch back, and he looked pretty good at the offensive end against the Taipans.
Milton Doyle takes on the Karen down low, but a bit long on that one. Here is Antonius Cleveland, 20 points. He's attacking the rim hard. On Saturday night, he starts again, continues in strong fashion. Chance for a 3-point play.
Anytime you can get AC going early and feeling good about himself, you could be in for a long night. Obviously, attacking this mismatch, getting downhill and playing through contact. He is one of the best in our league at getting to the rim and getting to the foul line.
It's right about this point last season when Antonius Cleveland went to another level, really went to an all-league kind of level, and you went with him, X, and the Illawarra Hawks started rolling, and you marched all the way to the semi-finals. I get the feeling, watching that game against Brisbane, there's something in Antonius Cleveland's eye right now that he's ready to really attack the second half of this year.
There's some real chemistry going with Robert Franks. They just complement each other so well. There's Majette, who started in red-hot form in that game John Casey was talking about in round 3. I think he had 14 points in the first quarter in that one. He gets the first 2 of the night for the Jackjumpers. On the road. They have a pretty good record on the road, though, the Jackjumpers. They're 6-3 this season. Adelaide just 3-4 at home, so they want to put on a show, and again, Cleveland gets to the rim easily.
Obviously, that's a matchup that, you know, the Adelaide 36ers have talked a lot about, and putting AC in ball screens where Steindl has to guard him away from the rim is a matchup that they really favor.
And for Milton Doyle, he's going to have his hands full of them. Sunday Detch and AC guarding him, 2 of the best in the competition.
But they've got elite perimeter defenders, 36ers. You're right, those two, throw Mitch McCarron into that mix as well. Where they've had some issues defensively maybe is a little bit up front. but you're right. Guys like Milton Doyle, when they come in and play against the 36ers, they've got some tough guys to go against.
Expect to see them go right back to it here. High ball screen, put Steindl in it.
Good ball movement this time by the 36ers. Detch.
Great offense.
Great start. Of course, they scored the 108 points on Saturday night. First time this season they've scored 100. But their biggest win of the season as well, so they are full of confidence as Magnay tries his luck from long range. Here's Cleveland again, this time pulls up. Ooh, he's feeling good. You've seen this before?
I've seen this story before. Oh, man, good to see him going. You know, shot, I think, 43% from the three last year. He came in, he was an impact off the bench, a true scoring punch, and a guy that brings championship experience to this group.
As you said, nearly the 14 points a game, a good clip last season, so that's good news for the 36ers. And they've started well here. Steindl, they want to get him going. That's a good sign, Liam, because he has been struggling in his 5 games since return, just averaging the 5 points.
That's good action, though. They're very good at running those kind of plays for Clint Steindl, getting him, catching and squaring up on the move.
There's Franks as well, getting in on the act. It's already got 10 between them, Franks and Cleveland. They had 45 between them on Saturday night. Hot start offensively. There's Doyle. Now Magnay with Sotto on him. Here's Doyle again. Shot clock down to 4. Pulls up the free throw line. Points count.
So it's not going to be a bonus free throw for Doyle. It was Detch holding up the roll man. He's having a chat with the official about it right now, but the Jackjumpers are going to take this out of bounds.
They're well spotted, Liam. Take a listen to the Amy replay. Talk us through it.
He's just got the arm wrapped around, just trying to delay Will Magnay as a roll man to the rim, and Michael Leyland, the official, was all over it.
So points will count, and they'll get possession again. Bit of contact in the key there between McVeigh and Franks. That'll be a good matchup as well. And now Doyle. Spills out to Steindl, and he's got 5 points already.
That's a backbreaker. You know, those are tough when offensive rebounds, and when you can get an offensive rebound to a kick-out three. Those are great shots. Percentages are in your favor if you can shoot wide open threes off offensive rebounds.
And if you're the Jackjumpers now, if you're Scott Roth, Josh Majette, the point guard on the floor, run some more action for Steindl.
Yeah.
You got him for that early jumper, which he knocked down. Opportune bucket right there. He's feeling good.
6th game of the season for Steindl coming up from that injury. Same with Will Magnay. Oh, well done by Sunday Detch to win the ball back for the 36ers. And Sotto helps himself to his first bucket. Good start to this one. Here's Majette. He gets to his spot. It's a bit long. And Sotto kicks it out in transition to Detch. Shooting at 87% at the moment, the 36ers. All the starters getting in on the act as McVeigh, who's been in good form, draws the foul.
2 shots.
Kai Sotto coming in off the 13 points, 8 boards, getting his first start on Saturday night. Keeps his spot with Johnson coming in off the bench.
Yeah, he was productive. As you say, the numbers were pretty good, and I thought he held his own defensively for the most part. There's a little bright smile. Knows he's not giving up the hungry Jack. Knockdown shooter. So it's nice to see Kai Sotto getting these kind of minutes. I don't hate the idea, just personally, of Daniel Johnson coming off the bench the rest of the way. Now that might sound crazy of such a legend like DJ, but as a scoring punch off the bench, a little bit not too dissimilar to yourself right now, X, with Melbourne United.
I don't think DJ will be too happy with that, for sure.
And there's a defensive breakdown from the Jackjumpers you don't see too often.
I think DJ has earned his stripes.
And then Majette does it just as easily at the other end. How are you seeing this one play out? XRM, who you think pretty evenly matched, but who would you be banking on later in this game to win it?
I think Adelaide has really come out with a mindset to disrupt defensively. They're doing a lot of switching, trying to be disruptive, and doing a pretty good job. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from Adelaide right now.
You know what you're going to get from the Jackjumpers? Yeah. Milton Doyle up to 4 points. There's Drimmick. He was shooting him the other night, 16 points. He can't get that to fall. And Cleveland almost sniffed an opportunity. Doyle kicks it across to McVeigh. He was ready to fire, just a bit long on that one. 1 of 4 from long range so far for the Jackjumpers.
Don't call the other end.
Bit of a clunky, kind of funky vibe to this game right now. Neither one of these teams really able to get into much of a rhythm. Shooting not too bad from the field, but neither one of them really able to kind of...
Adelaide 36ers team, and they want to see him produce at a high level.
Quick shot of the mean machine right there. Al Green, Adelaide legend, NBL legend. That man holds the record for the highest individual scoring game in league history.
Really? What is it at?
You take a stab. We'll get Liam to give the exact answer in a minute. He's playing along at home. There's Weeks, who we said shooting the ball well. Bounces out.
He dropped it in Frankston for the West Adelaide Bearcats. I'm pretty sure 71. And there he is, taking in proceedings from the sidelines.
Here's McCarron working Weeks down low. His first couple of points of the night, Mitch McCarron.
71, that's a lot of points.
71.
Here's White looking to be aggressive. Oh, Sotto! Just swats that away on the young fella. And now they try and go to him down low, and he draws the foul. Good bit of play from Kai Sotto. Take a look at the replay. You're all from Isaac White. Bang. Out of there.
Kai just coming right over to protect McCarron. This is beautiful play, and then runs the floor. Runs the floor, gets to the free throw line, gets a great seal, and gets himself 2 easy ones.
Well, John Casey, you would have seen a lot of Al Green play ball. Were you there the night he shot 71?
I wasn't there, lucky enough to be there the night that he shot 71, but he also shot 60 as well, and another 59. He could really put points on the board, no doubt about that. And there was a lot of talk about having Mitch Creek and, of course, Derek Walton Jr. both scored 45-41 in the game yesterday. Well, I go back to the night Leroy Loggins had 55 in a game against Andrew Gaze, who had 54 in 1987. That is a head-to-head that you would like to see.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Hey, Case, when the Mean Machine chats about that 71-point performance, does he ever mention it was in a 28-point loss?
Funnily enough, that doesn't come up very often. In fact, he's got too many other things to talk about. But yeah, 71, that's just a heck of a performance.
Yeah, just leaves that out. What did the team score, Liam? If he scored 71 and they lost by 28.
Oh, I'm not sure.
He scored 71 out of 80.
I tell you, rightly, as we see the Jackjumpers draw the whistle, Antonius Cleveland picks up his second personal. What he rightly talks about, as Case mentioned there, was he was on a tear, Al Green, at that time. Was regularly putting up 50s. He had the 60-point game. So he says, yeah, everyone talks about 71, but I was giving him the buckets on a nightly basis at the time.
Was this the 48-minute era?
Oh, yeah.
Milton Doyle. See, they're averaging the 17.5 points, ranked 7th in the league. Since round 5, that's up over 20 points a game. Top 4 in the league. So after a slightly slow start, he just found his feet. Milton Doyle, and continues to be the leader of this offense. He's got 6 points. They still trail by 9 though, the Jackjumpers. So this might help. Turnover from Franks.
Oh wow! Wow! Jeez. Isaac White bemused.
That's amazing.
That's a lot of physicality. The turnover there, the push from Sean McDonald. And Incidental is the word coming through from the officials. Jackjumpers take it out.
It'll be Doyle. Kelly sets the pick, finds him down low. Good ball movement here. Wide open.
He will do that for you. He will stretch the floor, and he's what else he's going to do? He's going to pick up 94 feet right here and be very disruptive. But Isaac White is great, man. He is a guy that's going to come in, give you great minutes, knock down shots for you, and just be solid on both ends.
You spoke earlier in the season, X, as Sotto can't drill the mid-range, about Lockie Dent and what he would do on that scout squad at Hawks practice last year. Was Isaac White in that group as well?
Oh, Isaac White was worse. He would...
Replicating that or finding consistency in performances has been a struggle this year. So what do you need to do tonight to make sure we get the best again?
I think it's having a real good mindset every game. I think that's what CJ emphasized this past week, is to have that ready mindset and just to stay positive. You know, we're going to have some lapses and mistakes throughout the game, but, you know, it's the next game mentality. Just be positive and be ready.
And Liam, they've seemed to have made it a real focus at the halfway mark to have a reset. They said, forget about what's happening at the first half of the season. Let's just focus on these next 14 games. Let's bring great effort, great intensity, and see where it can take us. It can work two ways. Sometimes teams, as we've seen, can get on a run and get hot at the back end of the season, or do they fall back into these inconsistent ways we've seen in the first half?
No doubt, and that's the mentality that they have to take. It's what the Melbourne United have done as well, and said, all right, well, this is our group. We've got Marcus Lee in here, we've got Shea Ili in here, and we're starting the season. They've gone 3-1 since they set that time. Now, the challenge for the 36ers is, as Case was alluding to, can they get a few wins in a row? They haven't had more than 2 W's in a row all season.
What are those conversations like, XRM? You had them at Melbourne United when you focus, say, right, let's reset. What are some of the things you talk about?
One game at a time, and then, you know, try and stack them together. It's being united in a group that really wants to win, and knowing that you have the guys and the personnel to be able to do it. And if you can start stacking wins together and playing good basketball at the right time, you become a scary team, and a team that, you know, people don't want to see.
Such a tough competition. So as we see Milton Doyle, a nice feed to Magnate. Doyle just starting to get involved in the last few minutes. Magnate's first point of the night.
Haven't been able to really get him involved. They've been staying at home on the roll man on those actions, the 36ers, forcing other Jackjumpers to make plays, and there Milton Doyle able to help Magnate get on the scoreboard.
As I said, for Magnate, coming off his best game Saturday night, 12 points, 4 boards and 3 blocks in that loss to Cairns. So him and Steindl still looking to find their best form, and I'll make the Jackjumpers even more dangerous the back end of this season. As Cleveland wants to get it down to Sotto. You know he's got that right-hand skyhook. Good defense from Magnate. There's the block.
When you talk about good defense, how's the defense from Rashard Kelly earlier that possession? The way he denied the catch for Robert Franks in the block. He's a little undersized in that spot, but he has a whole bunch of fight about him.
Kelly is an extremely physical and really good defender as well. Able to push him off the spot and deny catches.
Soto from behind.
0-9 against the Wildcats as a head coach.
Wow.
Really?
Desperate to get that breakthrough win over his old team.
And quite uniquely for Kent, it's their 3rd game this round, and they've already won both of them. So it'll be 3 games of the round as Franks.
Well, that'll feel good for Robert Franks. Had a quiet first half, just the 4 points, but knocks down a triple to open the second half.
That's a really positive start for Robert Franks. As we said, averaging the 7.5 and 7 a game. Been wonderful. Doyle kicks it out to McVeigh, feet set. Well off. And then in transition, an easy 2, and just like that, they're back in front.
And that's what we're talking about with Antonius Cleveland and his ability to help pick up the pace. Catches that defensive rebound on the fly, looks up, finds McCarron. Adelaide 5-zip start.
quickly picks up his third foul, though. We take a look at the Amy replay.
And just a quick little difference here. He's slipping out of screens instead of setting now. And that's probably an adjustment they made at halftime. And then you see AC get the rebound and push. But on the offensive end for Adelaide, in the first half, they were really keyed in on setting good screens. But now you see Rob Franks comes out, he slips one and gets a wide open three.
So Cleveland said picked up his third foul. He had the 8 points in the first quarter, didn't score in the second. McVeigh just builds himself to 6 points. In full court defense. McCarron starting this half with Detch, Sotto, Franks and Cleveland, the starting five. Steindl, Doyle, Magnay, McVeigh and Majette for the Jackjumpers. Sotto's shown he's got some range from out here.
Ooh, that's pretty. Smiling about it too. Obviously he's been working on that shot for a while.
He's got 7 points in that matchup with Magnay. They got the switch on Cleveland, good defense. They go straight back to Sotto. He's got Doyle. He's got that little right-hand hook going. That's too easy.
Good take, big fella. Resisted the temptation to go to the fadeaway and used the advantage he had. Got it right to home base.
He's now the leading scorer for the 36ers with 9 points. A couple of blocks. Cleveland with the active hands.
AC's ability to guard multiple offensive players in one possession is unbelievable.
See Sotto. He's shown he can make the three ball. Steindl. He was one who had the 5 points in that first quarter, didn't score in the second.
That was a horrendous defensive breakdown there, Joey. And Mitch McCarron furious. The captain voicing his displeasure on the floor.
Detch. They go to Sotto again. This time.
Great pass.
Shows the all-round game to Detch.
He's having a good time out there. Kai Sotto. Bringing out the celebrations. Beautiful pass. No
great
pass. The movement off the ball. Nice from Detch. And he just put it right on the spot. Set up Detch for the finish.
And Adelaide came out hot in the first quarter. They've now scored 13 points in less than 3 minutes in this third quarter. And they're back out by 6, led by as much as 9 in the second term. Get out to Doyle. He's got the 10 points. Majette looking to be aggressive. That's a good finish with Sotto all over him.
Top of the glass.
Detch just picked the pocket of Cleveland, gives it back. Frenetic start to this third quarter. Adelaide 7-8 on the season. Tassie 8-7. Plenty to play for. As Majette just pulls up in transition. Oh, that was halfway down. Good hustle from Magnay, but couldn't keep possession. Seen any other adjustments, X, to Adelaide's offense in this second half? Already got the 13 points on the board after having just 12 for the whole second quarter.
Yeah, they're gonna. Adelaide is doing a really good job of getting stops and trying to get out and run in transition. Obviously, they're gonna do a little bit better in slipping screens, and they're gonna put Rob in positions right here where he can be a little bit more aggressive than he was in the first half.
Shot clock down to 2. Cleveland will be aggressive. Sotto. Had a chance for the tip back, couldn't get it in. Doyle draws the foul.
Just a couple of really good defensive possessions there from the Jackjumpers. Adelaide really getting nothing. The Jackjumpers, they are not a turn you over type of defense.
No.
Crowder enjoying it. Cleveland gets his double-double with that rebound. 20 points and 10 boards for him. He stepped up when they needed someone the most. He had plenty of teammates in support. And Adelaide, they make their move. That's 2 on the trot. And they beat a tough Jackjumpers by 11 points at home.
Thank you for watching. Kung nagustuhan mo ang video na ito ay mag-subscribe ka na sa ating channel. Paki-follow na rin ang ating Facebook page Utak Pilipinas. Again, this is D Sports TV. Paalam.